Greetings. I'm David Smith, Director of TRIO Programs at Tusculum University, and I bring you welcome on behalf of the Upward Bound Math and Science staff. And we're delighted to have you join us and look forward to walking you through what our summer is going to look like this year. We're thrilled to have you come to campus and thrilled for what the summer holds for us, particularly after all that you've endured over the past year. This is a nice homecoming for us. So looking forward to a fantastic summer. So let's get this orientation underway. And I'd like to introduce to you our staff that you'll be working with. You won't see all of us on screen at the moment, but you can become familiar with us. So again, I'm David Smith, Director of TRIO Programs. I'm following the legacy of Jean Stokes, who retired last year, as you probably well know, and have the honor of holding her position here and look forward to getting to know all of you. April Lane is our administrative assistant, and she works just next door to me. I'm sure many of you are familiar with her. Stephen Thompson, that's a new name that you might not be familiar with. Stephen is technology specialist for TRIO Programs, and he also works in one of our talent search programs. And you'll get a chance to see him some this summer, but wonderful person. And then, of course, all of you know Stacy McGill, Associate Director for Upward Bound Math and Science, and Mr. Aaron Barnett, Advisor for Upward Bound Math and Science. And so that tells you who our permanent staff members are. And we'll move from that and segue into our summer staff. In Group A, Tennessee Rice will be our residential director, or RD, and Rick Jean Tahome will also be serving as summer staff, and Kaylee Patterson. In Group B, Hannah Crocker will be our RD, and along with summer staff Aaron Phillips and Leanne Uden. And so with that, now I will turn it over to Stacy.
Yay. Okay. So I know you guys are all anticipating move-in and getting really excited about coming and staying on campus, those of you who are doing the hybrid program this summer. And so our move-in schedule, Group A will move in on May 31st. That is Memorial Day. And we will have different staggered move-in times that start at 5 o'clock. And I know right now you're seeing first floor east and you're like, well, I don't know what floor I'm on. We will let you know what your move-in time is in advance. So don't worry about that. You'll know when to come. But please come during your assigned time. Don't come if we've given you a 5 o'clock sign-in time and you show up at 7:30, it's going to kind of mess us up. So please make sure that you are coming at your assigned time. That is for COVID reasons and for our organizational reasons. And so please make sure you're coming at your time. June 21st is when Group B will move in. And if you have not yet sent in your SuiteMate form and your other paperwork, please get that in ASAP. Also, daily schedule, and I think many of you have already seen this in your handbook, but when we are on campus, we'll have breakfast classes in the morning. We'll have sanitation breaks throughout the day where you guys will be able to go wash your hands, maybe take a little mask break. Of course, we'll be feeding you breakfast, lunch, and dinner as always. In the afternoon, and I did not change this from the upper bound schedule, but in the afternoon, math and science students will be working on our research projects. It says UB afternoon classes, but for us, that's research projects. Also on their schedule, it says guidance groups, but that will actually be our research project time as well. So this particular schedule is not correct, and that's my fault. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, though, we'll be doing afternoon activities. We'll do basketball, volleyball, yoga, lots of different things for you guys to pick from for your afternoon activities. We'll also have our usual study hall after dinner. We'll have evening activities. We have some great evening activities coming up I'm really excited about. Even some new things, like we're going to go to Family Fun Zone that's in Morristown for those of you that have been there or heard about it. We went and visited, and it is a really fun, awesome place. We can't wait to take you guys. So we'll still be doing some great evening activities. And then we'll come back, have residence hall meetings, and be back in your room to sleep. And that's just a typical daily schedule. And then for our virtual students, it's a little more compact. You'll have work study speakers if you're a junior that's a rising senior. You'll have class from 10 to 11:30 on Zoom. You'll take a break and then have study hour, and then some optional fitness. And again, it says guidance groups, but math and science students, the upper bound students do guidance groups. Math and science students work on research activities. Then we'll have evening activities as well. And then there'll be a check-in with staff at night. So each student will take one class a week for your morning class, except for the third week will be all our virtual seminars that we'll be doing. And if you complete the summer, you can earn up to $300. So that's some good stipend too for coming this summer, not to mention all the fun stuff we're doing. And then this is just a little a different way to look at the summer, just to see like when the different groups are moving in, or having virtual classes versus everybody's on seminars week 3, and then who's on campus, who's off campus. And then on July 9th, if you have successfully completed the summer program, you will be able to go to Dollywood and Hatfield and McCoy. We are doing a fun reward trip at the end of the summer for those of you who successfully complete all your requirements for summer. So we are super excited about that, and we know you guys are too, because we've all been in our own little quarantines. So it'll be nice to spend some time with you guys off campus this summer. And I think this is Mr. Aaron.
Yeah, it is. So that third week, which was called the virtual seminar week, you guys might have questions about that. Basically, the best way to describe it is virtual online field trips, sort of like what we did if you were around for our last summer, what the entire summer was like that. So the way that'll work is we will have several opportunities, and there's some examples on here. As you see, there's colleges, there's national parks, that kind of stuff. There'll be several opportunities throughout the day and most days of the week, all days of the week. And you're going to be required to complete at least one college visit and then 4 seminars. And those can be anything you pick. You can pick, you can do 3 on Monday and 1 on Tuesday and be done, or you can pick 1 each day. However you feel you want to do that as far as your interest level goes, or just things you might think are entertaining. Anyway, that's what everyone's going to be doing on the week 3, the virtual seminar week. So yeah, that'll be pretty fun. I think it'll be much more relaxed week. It'll be less compact. It'll be sort of a time for everybody to sort of catch their breath, I guess. So yeah. And then, okay, work study is going to look very different this year. So this will be for rising seniors. So people who are juniors this school year will be seniors next year. As you know, you may not know, in the past, this has been an opportunity for our rising seniors to job shadow someone in a particular field they're interested in. Of course, we can't do that again this year. So what we've tried to do is give you all an opportunity to explore different jobs that you may be interested in. So as you can see by this little list here, there's dates. The orientation will be June 1st, and then each of these dates has sort of a different job opportunity. You're going to be required to do 5 of those, and then you're going to be also asked to write reflections, do discussion boards, and all of that will become much more specifically clear during that orientation. But these are also we sort of envision these as being something you'll focus on during your virtual weeks. So like the timing doesn't line up if you're on campus, unless there's something you really love. Like if you happen to be on campus June 8th and you are super interested in being a lawyer, we can record that for you and maybe make it work out. But in general, we hope for you to accomplish this during your virtual week. So yeah. should be interesting. Lots of opportunities to explore there. And then attendance, this is going to be super important this year, guys, especially on your virtual weeks. The attendance during your on-campus weeks should be self-explanatory. I mean, be where you need to be there on time, and be attentive. Just like if you're in college, just like if you're at school, we expect you to treat your teachers with respect and show up where you need to be when you need to be there. The virtual attendance is something we have discovered that we need to focus on throughout this last year and a half, I guess. So if while you're taking your virtual classes, they will be Zoom based. So you'll need to show up. You'll need to show up on time, or preferably early. You'll need to log in with your microphone muted. I know somebody will forget. That's okay. I'm surprised I remembered to unmute myself during this video. But show up with muted, but your video on. Video has to be on, and we do not want to see your ceiling or your new hairdo. We want to see you. And the reason we want that, a couple of reasons. We want to make sure you're actually there. And we also want you to be involved. That's, seeing the top of your head or seeing your ceiling fan is not you being involved in the classroom. So we want you involved. Along with that, we want you to attend the class in attire that would be a normal class. We don't have many dress codes. So, showing up not in pajamas would probably be a bonus. Make sure you're in an environment that is conducive to learning, and be ready to, like I said, be engaged and participate. It's going to be very important for us for this summer. So yeah, that's all we got for that.
Okay, I think this is me. So communication is really important, and it's even more important like this summer. Even last summer it was really important. This summer it's really important because it's not as easy when you're not on campus for us to communicate with you. If you're on campus and I need to talk to you, it's easy to just say, where is Aaron, and go find him. But when you're off campus, we have to communicate with you through email, through the band app, through text messages. That's how we get the word out about things during the virtual summer. So it's very important that you're checking your email often. Please respond to us when we text you. Usually we won't call you, because I know sometimes if you get a phone call, you're like, why are they calling me? But a lot of times before I'm going to call you, I will text you and say, hey, can you take a phone call right now? Because I need to talk to you about something or whatever. But just make sure that you're communicating with us and with the instructors and the summer staff and anyone who tries to get in touch with you. Also, is this me too, Aaron? Because I left my notes.
Yes,
Okay.
I believe this is you too.
I don't know what happened to my notes. So sorry, this is real time how it goes. But we are still considered in a pandemic. Things are looking up, and we're really happy about that, but it is still considered a pandemic time. And so there are protocols that we have to follow. And so students will be required to follow a lot of these protocols, but you guys should totally be used to this. This is stuff that you're already doing at your schools. So it's just carrying over from there. And we know that you guys are going to just have a great attitude about it and go with the flow. So there is paperwork that needs to be turned in before you come this summer that was included in your packets. We will be doing daily temperature checks and kind of wellness checks every morning. You will need to wear a mask in all public spaces, and we do have some masks that we'll be giving you, but it doesn't hurt for you to bring some from home as well of your own. So you can bring those too. We want you to wash your hands often. And like I said, when I was going over the schedule, we will give you more time this summer than ever to go wash your hands. Let us know if you don't feel well. That's important for everybody's health. Even if it isn't COVID, even if it's a stomach virus, it's still important for you to tell us so that we just make sure we're not going to spread it to other people. And that we can take care of you. We don't want you to just be here and sick and us not being able to take care of you. Also, if you leave campus for this summer, in normal summers, if you leave campus, you can just come right back. But this summer, if you leave campus for any reason, you will have to switch over to virtual completely, because you will not be able to come back into the program on campus. So keep that in mind. Also, you'll be sitting in the same area for meals. You'll have the same seat in your classes, and there'll be seating charts, and also on the bus. So I'm sure you guys are probably used to that from school, but it'll be that way with Upper Bound this summer as well. Also, you will be staying in your room. You won't have roommates this year. You will have a suite mate, and you can visit with your suite mate with permission when you're in the dorm, but it won't be like you can go visit other people's rooms this year. So those are all just kind of the changes that we have because of the pandemic. Is this me or you?
Yes, me. Back to me. And I've actually already talked about this a little bit, which I thought was convenient. So as I talked about earlier, students who are virtual, either throughout the summer or in their virtual 2 weeks, the classes will be viewed on Zoom. The Zoom codes will be shared with you guys when you sign up for specific classes. But your work will be turned in through Canvas. Most of you all should know how to operate Canvas, I think, at this point. That shouldn't be a big surprise. And along with that, like Stacy said earlier, you're going to have to check your email. I know a lot of you have to have alternate emails for various things, like we couldn't text to the school email. You're going to have to check that Gmail account you created 5 years ago. You're going to, if that's what we have, you have to check it. That's the only way we have to communicate with you. That's also where you'll get all your passwords and all that kind of stuff for your classes. So yeah, be checking it. Did I say that already? Did Stacy say that yet? Yeah. Okay. Check it. All right.
Check it.
Yeah, check it. All right, the research portion. As you guys know, as part of Upward Bound Math and Science, instead of doing afternoon classes during the summer, we do a research project. This year, it looks a little different. Anyone who is doing the hybrid schedule, so anyone who's going to be on campus at all this summer, will be doing a research project. Now, I know usually the rising seniors will write a paper. We're not doing that this year. Just because of the time constraints. Writing a paper in 9 days or whatever, would not be possible, I don't think. And so we're going to be doing research projects for everybody who's on campus. So unless you're a bridge students will not be doing a research project. They've got their own class to worry about. So yeah, and we'll be working on those in the afternoons, just like always. You will have 2 weeks to finish a research project. As you guys know, we've got the list of projects. You got to select the one you were most interested in. It's going to be a different type of feeling as far as urgency this year with these research projects. You're going to have to start from that very first day to be able to get done. You're not going to have those days where you're just sitting in there twiddling your thumbs, talking about your favorite TikTok person. So anyway, you're going to have to really get on it. All virtual learners, so people who are not on campus, are going to be writing a research paper. We don't have many details about that. You will write a research paper. You will get to pick the topic. But we'll have more details about that as we get closer to summer. So, yep.
Is this me?
Yep, it's you.
I'm sorry, I am not well prepared, am I? So we talked about evening activities, and like I said, I think we have some really good ones this year. So if you're a hybrid student and during your time on campus, and we did keep it the same. So if you don't have to worry that if you're in group A, group B is doing something that you're not going to get to do. Both groups are doing the same activities. There is a little difference in which nights they're doing them, but we're all doing the same activities. Pigeon Forge Snow, Those of you who haven't been there, it's an indoor snow tubing place that's really
so funny.
fun in Pigeon Forge. Yes. Wetlands Water Park, we're actually doing that on a weekend, on your weekend that you're with us. There's a dance and etiquette dinner. Family Fun Zone, that's the thing I was talking about in Morristown. We'll have a karaoke night. We'll have a scavenger hunt. And you should have gotten the schedule for these activities in your packet. So you should be able to see all of this. There is the one weekend that you're going to be on campus with us. And that schedule will be nice. It will not include any classes or academic stuff. It's all fun stuff. It's you'll be able to sleep in a little bit if you want to. You'll have the freedom to kind of choose which activities you want to go to. We're going to have like outdoor movie night and food trucks and just a lot of fun stuff on that weekend that you're with us. Again, I want to reiterate that if you leave, you cannot come back during the on-campus portion. So if you were to leave for whatever reason, you just have to switch over to virtual. So speaking of virtual, when you do your virtual weeks, or if you are a full-time virtual student this summer, there's lots of fun evening activities for that as well. We're having a trivia night. We're cooking taco pizzas, which I'm excited about.
I don't know what that is, but I already love it. I don't know what it is, but I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. I'm all over that one. And we will be giving you all the materials for this as well. So you don't have to worry about grocery shopping for that. You will get all the materials for all of these activities, the virtual ones. So there's a paint with us, a plant party, and the plant party is little succulents that I think you're decorating the pot and putting the plant in, and it sounded really fun too, actually. A selfie scavenger hunt, a spa night, and a meet your pets. So that I always love to see everybody's pets. This is your chance to showcase your little furry friends. So there's a lot of fun virtual activities as well. And again, if you successfully complete the your summer obligations, then you'll be invited to our in-person trip to Dollywood and Hatfield and McCoy on July 9th. So mark your calendars because that's going to be fun too. Is this me too? I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. So our virtual trip, in normal years, we get to go to fun places. And so since we aren't able to go this summer, we are going to do virtual trips. July 6th through the 9th, we're going to Argentina, Brazil, and Peru. They're all in South America. So that's why our kind of theme this summer is South America. And you will need to attend at least 3 activities over those 3 days. And there'll be a couple, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 sessions each day in each country. And if you attended our math and science spring break trip, it's very similar to that. You'll have different times to log on, and we'll be in different places in all these wonderful countries. And just even looking at these pictures right now is making me excited about it because I just love to see all these places that I've never been and may never get to go see in person. It's really interesting to get to visit there virtually. Okay, and yay, it brings us to the end. So will be a supply pickup at the end of May for people who are learning virtually, which the first group that's learning virtually is B and C. And so there'll be a supply pickup here at Tusculum. If you absolutely cannot come to pick up your supplies, let us know and we can mail them to you. But we would prefer that you just come pick them up because it will probably be a lot of stuff. Also, Group A, we will give you your virtual supplies at the end of your campus time so that you can take that home and be ready for your virtual learning at the end of June and 1st of July. You want to talk about the Q&A, Erin, or you want me to?
Yeah, I can. That's fine. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, I'm sure you do. I feel like I've been answering questions about summer for about the last 3 months. But I'm sure there's more. There's always, especially, it's hard to get it all in your brain. I feel like it's like this and this, and it's not just show up and you're there for 5 weeks. It's definitely not that. So we understand if you have questions, please come to the Zoom on May 10th at 6. We will be happy to answer any questions. I'm sure we'll give you more information when we start. But yeah, we want you guys to feel comfortable with what's going on. We want you to feel like you know what's happening. I know that always makes things easier if you know what's coming next, if you know what's coming over the horizon, to feel comfortable with the whole situation. So please come write down your list of questions, and we'll answer them all.
I did want to say too, because I was just thinking about that something we didn't talk about is that we will all be in the COGS this summer, is where we'll be living. And that is where you will actually check in on your move-in day. And please check your email, because we will send very detailed instructions on check-in, as far as like when you're checking in, where to go, of course, the times like we talked about, but also there's a campus map in your handbook, but we'll send you another campus map. So just be sure you're checking your emails too, but definitely attend the Q&A to ask questions as well. Sorry, Aaron.
Well, okay, I think that brings us to a conclusion. Thanks to each of you for taking time out of your day to join us. And to stress again what Aaron and Stacy mentioned, make sure to attend the May 10th Q&A. And there's no question it's unwelcome. So we'll be happy to see you then, and look forward to a fantastic summer. It's exciting for us. We can't wait to see you. Thanks to all of you, and goodbye.
Bye, guys.